Here we are, Hillbilly Headquarters, $100 Hillbilly coming at you. Haven't made a video in a while, haven't been able to post one. It's been busy, doing a lot of different things. Had a new addition to the family. Some of you have already been in on the loop, know what I'm referring to. Those of you that are not, this will be your introduction. This new addition to my family has kind of always been there. It's something that has meant a lot to me, and something I've tried for about 17 years to get. And finally come through, but I still don't believe it. But everybody knows I have my Blue Bayou, my 2023 BBKing Special. Love that bike. Put 25,000 miles on it in the last 2 years, so no argument over if I ride it or not. She definitely isn't a garage ornament. Got Michelle's bike going. I ordered her new tires, so we're waiting on those to get here. My lift was pretty well fucked, so getting rid of that. I had to get a new lift. Got a whole kit, the Black Widow kit. It's a full pneumatic lift. It came with the tire changer, the center jack, pretty much everything I need. Me and Michelle have been discussing it. It's something that we really enjoy doing, so we think about maybe going in the direction of doing more and more bikes. I'm lucky to have a wife who has got the addiction like me. We both love riding. We both can come through on bikes. Michelle, I think, takes it as a challenge to be able to learn to do things that women or girls aren't technically normally supposed to do, and I think that's kind of where she thrives. And she's coming through, just like on her bike here, that Goldwing. I don't know if I would have even attempted at rebuilding a 4-carb system on a Goldwing, and I gotta hand it to her. She's done it. She did it. She did a great job. She did it multiple times at that, and it has worked. Everything else on this bike, despite what you guys might see in the video or anything, has been her hard work, her elbow grease. This has been her project, and we're about this close to her riding it. The tires is still something, like I said, we ordered those. Thought it was going to be delivered today, but it's not. So I'm hoping sometime this week we'll be able to do it. I have my daughter coming up for 4th of July this weekend, and looking forward to that. But this is going to be her first ride on a bike. She's fought me and been scared, and she finally agreed that she's going to do it. So Friday it'll be her first ride, and hopefully she'll get a bite of the bug as well too, and understand why me and her mother are such riding junkies. I don't know, we just kind of had a lot going on. Kirk is not around right now. He went off camping with his better half, so I kind of miss him. We don't quite have his comedic commentary. Paul says he's supposed to be coming up for a Wednesday or something, because he wants to meet the new addition to our family as well, but hasn't been able to get away from work. Paul, you know what I say to that. Sounds pretty, just saying. So yeah, that's really about all I can share with you guys right now. Just kind of keep you in the loop. Really, the whole reason why I do this channel isn't necessarily for all kinds of views, but to be able to keep in touch with people who actually want to give a shit and care to know what I'm getting into. So this is my way to be able to share with them. And unfortunately, a lot of my family live. Let me rewind that a little bit. A lot of my closest people live with serious distance between us, and we don't get to see each other or hang out nearly as much as we wanted to. So this is kind of one way to do it. I'm still hoping that, someday I'll be able to come through. I'll be able to ride with my dad, Johnny. I want to see you again, you and Mel. Good job, Mel. Betty, I'm telling you, you're always a pleasure to be around. Paul's only 100 miles away, and I still don't get to see him enough. We need to ride more too. So, Paul, cut out the excuses. Let's figure it out. We got more riding to do. Prime riding weather. It's 115 down there in the fucking valley. So I know you need to get the fuck out of the heat. So stop making excuses. Let's do this, man. Come on. We still gotta ride up by Slide Rock and up through Sedona and stuff. We gotta show that to everybody on tape. Still gotta go over to Lake Havasu. Still gotta go up to Kingman. So we got a lot of places we still gotta go, Paul. So anyway, without further ado, I will go ahead and I'll put into the video here that this here is the newest addition to my family. From the moment I put my leg over her and I sat on her, I was overcome with emotion from head to toe, chills and everything. A drug addict, they always say that there's that drug dealer that says your first taste is free, and that hooks them. Well, that's exactly what this was for me. My dad took me for a ride on the back of this bike, and to be 100% honest, he scared the living shit out of me. That's some of the stuff he was doing, but that's my dad. Love the hell out of him. World needs more people like him. But that was my first taste, and that was kind of the first set of addiction right there. Now I went off, I had kids and married, all of that, so it took a backdrop. Got put on the back burner. I am so glad that it is here. It is a 1998 Road King Special, or Road King Classic. 64,000 miles on it. It ain't that bad. Not that bad at all. But I know that my dad has rode that bike everywhere. Through New Orleans and all that. He's just, he loves that bike, and I know it was really hard for him to part ways with it. But just like most brown males, we have a vehicle addiction that we just can't help ourselves. We see something that we like, whether it be a car, truck, pickup, RV, bike, whatever it might be, we find a way to make it happen because we're gearheads. We're motorized vehicle addicts. So that's just kind of what we do. And he bought more bikes. He got an Ultra Limited, and he also has his Highway King as well. So I'm sitting here because I still can't believe that it's actually sitting here in my driveway right now. I spent about 5 hours cleaning that sucker from top to bottom. Still needs more work, but man, she's looking good. Everywhere I ride her, turns heads everywhere. All the old timers just absolutely love the classic styling on her. And I was thinking about going Vikla style with it, because it's just I love the Vikla style, and I think that bike is perfect to be able to make into that. But the more and more that I'm looking at the bike, and the more that I ride it, the more I feel like I'm riding with my dad, and I don't want to affect that at all. So I'm just gonna keep it as is, as just like how he set it up. He set it up exactly as he wanted it, and that's the way it is, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the way that it stays. This bike's name was forever on the plate of this bike for when my dad had it, for as long as I could remember, and it will be the name, BBKing. So this bike's name, the newest edition, is BBKing. Blue bike, blue by you. BBKing, we have Winger right there. So those are our 3 sidekicks for upcoming videos and adventures. I would like to be able to hear something in the comments. Give me a like or something. Let me know you guys are watching it. Let me know if there's something else that you want to see. If you want to see me drive somewhere else, make a video of going somewhere else or something. I still got plenty more rides to do and be able to show you guys and everything, but you can't ever have too many plans and too many adventures. You got to keep it going. You can't ever let it become a short list, because really that's what life is all about, is going out there and experiencing the adventures of life. And it's crappy that it's a necessity nowadays to work so that you can pay bills, so that you can afford to raise your family and live in a society. But that's not what life is truly about, and I feel like a lot of people forget that. And I had a long time where I forgot that, because I was only focused on one thing, and that's providing for my family, making sure bills are paid, try to be the best dad that I can. And the best way that I knew how was just to work away, because in my eyes, the more money you provide for your family, the better life they can give. But that's the trick. See, that's an illusion right there. Because as a man, that's what we want to do, is we want to provide for our family. And we think that that's what we need to do. And I was locked in that mode of thinking for a long time. And kind of the thing that jarred me from that was a lesson that my dad had taught me, and I'm not really sure if he really knew that he was teaching me a lesson at the time. And when he was raising me and stuff, he was always working. He was gone with work a lot, out of town and everything. He was a hard working son of a bitch. It's what he did, because he was trying to provide more money to provide a better life for us, be able to take us to stuff like Disneyland and San Diego, all that stuff. Take us down to Mexico, It's just, my dad did good in those things. It was like your typical Griswold. He did his absolute best. Yeah, but he was gone a lot. But I know why he did that. But me being a kid, as I was growing up, that time whenever he would come home from work, and we'd eat dinner or something like this across from the table, this and that, those times meant just as much, if not more, to me than the times where we went to Disneyland and stuff. The stuff that costs an exorbitant amount of money. And that's where it kind of clicked with me, with my kids, is yes, we have to provide for them. We don't want our kids to struggle. We don't want our kids to go without. But at the same time, you got to remember, they don't want to go without their father as well either of their parents, really. And so it's hard to get stuck in that cycle of just work, pay bills, sleep, work, pay bills, sleep, work, pay bills, sleep. And that's why time flies so fast for people as they get older, because they've worked their whole life away. Now, before I used to see it, people would say, yeah, I've gone 10 years, haven't taken a day off, and this and that. I got so much time saved up for vacation, and I'm not even going to use it. I'm just going to cash out. And, I got a lot of respect for that, because that's hard work and stuff. That is a feat, But now I look at it as it's just almost a damn shame, because you've wasted all of that time and you never took the time to spend with your family, which is the whole reason why you're working anyway. A lot of families don't really get to know each other, because that's the way society is today. It takes two parents working nowadays. To be able to find time to where it's just you and your family together, that's a hard thing to do. But you got to make it happen. And it's hard to do when you're constantly being sold on different things, you got to have the latest and greatest. It doesn't mean jack shit compared to times with your family. And you may not realize it at that time, but as you go on and as those times pass and you look back on those, you realize the true value of that. And it's priceless. Nothing can switch that out. The time that I had with my dad, the time that I spent with my sons, it kind of makes me sad to think that people are stuck in that cycle, and I don't want that for you. When I got put down from working myself so hard because I was caught in that cycle with my hernias or with my gut issues and surgeries and stuff, it helped me take a step back a little bit and reevaluate who I am, what am I doing with my life. Because life is short. You blink, it's going to be gone. Enjoy it while you can. Embrace those things, Those times where you get off of work and you're tired and all you want to do is just fucking go to sleep because you're so tired. You're so stressed. So worried about everything. And you waste that time. Take that time, that 5-10 minutes. Just go sit with your kids. Go sit with your significant other and just talk to them. I don't mean just sit with them and like this. I mean talk to them. Ask them how their day was. Ask them what they want to do. What do you want to do 5 years from now? What do you want to do next week? What do you want to do tomorrow? And try to figure something out. Spend time together. And a wise man once said, when you die, there ain't going to be no banker right there willing to bury you with your money. I've kind of gotten off on the rant here. I don't even know if it's a rant or just more of just rambling. If you got a bike, go out there and ride it. If you've always been scared to get a bike, you're going to live your whole life being scared, then you're going to look back and you're going to be like, damn, I should have done it. Don't be afraid to be who you are and live the way you want to live. Nobody else pays your bills. Nobody else has to answer for anything that you do other than you. So why not do it the way that makes you happy and makes you satisfied? Do what makes you happy, because I promise you this, if you're happy, your family's going to be happier, because what you exude out is what they're going to absorb up. So go ride that bike, go buy that other car, go on that trip, go on a cruise, go skydiving, go do whatever it is that you've always had in the back of your heart and your mind. Like, man, I wish I could do that. Don't sit there and be one of the wish or the what ifs, okay? Be one of the people out there that says, you know what, scares the living dog shit out of me, that's why I'm gonna do it. That's kind of one thing that pushes me, because fear pisses me off, because I don't like to be scared. I feel like a victim, which that's the cool thing nowadays, but my generation, you call us a victim, we're gonna punch you in the fucking mouth. I hate being scared, so I've always gone right at it, head on. Now that's probably why my body's as beaten and broken as it is, because I didn't quite think about it before, I just acted. So don't do that. However, don't be afraid. If something scares you, fucking go after it, because that's the only way you're going to grow as a person, as an individual. It's the only way you're going to grow, because you're stronger than you think you are, you're braver than you think you are, and you can take more than what you think you can. Don't be afraid to access that part of you. You will surprise yourself, and I promise you, you will feel so much better about yourself. You'll have so much more confidence. You'll have so much more of a can-do attitude. You won't be stressed about this tiny shit anymore, because you'll realize just how far above all of that you really are. We're all God's creatures. Being stuck in one spot, wallowing in our fears and trying to stay safe in our own little bubble, that's not what He did put us here for. That's not what we're made for. We're made here to go see God's beauty, go see the world, experience different people, experience different cultures, open your mind to different stuff, because you never know what you're going to come across. Don't be afraid to live. It's what life is. You know, I was trying to make this video just to put something on my channel, because it's been a little bit since I've posted one up. And I was making it just to introduce you to the new bike, and that new bike reminded me of all of that, and I think that's why this comes up. That was my dad's way of finally breaking free of the chains and shit that was holding him back. Other people holding him back, trying to please other people, working for other people, and this and that. This was one of his first steps of breaking free all of that. That's how I see that. I don't know if that's how he sees it or not, but I know that's how I see it. And that bike will forever be a symbol of that to me. And I thank you, Dad. I will cherish this bike. I will take care of it. I will appreciate it. I was able to go get the plate for it. It wasn't quite the way you had it, but it's still going to be BBKing, because that's the name, and that bike will forever be your bike and will forever be BBKing. So, with that being said, why you guys sitting here still listening to me and everything? Go do something, would you? Go live your life. See ya.